Hello, everyone, and good day. I'm Gagan Kapoor, and I'm the Chief Consultant and Coach from Go for Growth Consulting. We help organizations, trade associations, and business owners realize the true potential from the exhibitions they participate in by a series of trainings, consulting, hand-holding, which helps them grow through exhibitions. We all know that the current situation of COVID, there is a need to adapt immediately for the exhibitors who are exhibiting physically, and now they suddenly don't know what really to do. And there is an instant need to look for the new ideas for promoting their business. One big alternative, which we are slowly getting aware of, is virtual exhibitions. And we already see that there are so many virtual exhibitions which have been launched, and the exhibitions are now in the process of identifying, all the exhibitors are now in the process of identifying how to go about it. And let me tell you, they are all excited, yet some of them are confused too. Our endeavor to hold this set of interviews is all about meeting exhibitors who have participating in these virtual fairs and what has been their experience so that many new exhibitors can get benefited from this and realize the true potential of these virtual fairs. In the same series, today we speak to Muhammad Ijlal Shamsi, who is the CEO and partner of Paramount Home Collections, Moradabad, who recently participated in India Handicrafts and Gifts Fair, which was the first virtual fair for their industry. So let's go straight away into the interaction. And good afternoon, Mr. Shamsi. How are you doing today?
Good afternoon, Mr. Gagan. I'm doing fine. I hope you are healthy. Everybody is healthy, and everybody's taking all the precautions during COVID.
Absolutely, absolutely, we are. So let's dive right into the whole process and tell us more about your business, what you do, and then we take other things forward.
Okay. First of all, thank you for this opportunity and allowing me to speak. As you already mentioned, we are from Paramount Home Collections, Moradabad, India. We are a 62-year-old company. The group was started by my late grandfather in 1958. So 2020, we have turned 62. But unfortunately, with this year, it's been a little shaky year for us. We are a manufacturing company of home decor products, home accent furniture, tabletop accessories, mostly in metal, stone, glass, wood. These are our core materials that we deal in. We do a lot of OEM manufacturing for major retailers all over the world. We do a little bit of domestic business too now, which is also growing uh, thanks to different opportunities. The products we are selling are, different ranges from Moroccan style, ethnic style, rustic, natural, Scandinavian, contemporary. All these designs we do. We do a lot of lifestyle look home to make your homes beautiful.
All right.
So we are not basically only a product company. We are also a concept company. So we basically not only make products, we make concepts and we sell relationships.
Wonderful, wonderful. So let's talk about the topic which we are here today, and let's talk about why did you decide to participate in the virtual fair?
Mr. Gagan, as you know very well about our type of business, and I'm sure all your viewers will agree that exhibitions are one of the most key products of exhibiting, or these exhibitions are the most important sales avenue for our business model.
Yes.
We are, like I said, we are not necessarily selling a product. We are selling possibilities and relationships. We are selling trust. So exhibitions are very important. When a company comes looking for sourcing, they want to source the whole package. They're not only looking for the cheapest or the most fastest or anything. They're looking for the whole package. And of course, we had a very big exhibitions planned in 2020 April in Greater Noida, as you may know, and a lot of our international exhibitions got cancelled because that was the most sales generating revenue model, because sales is important. Sales must go on.
Yes.
So how to do, what to do. So our EPCH, the organizers, they thought out of the box and they said, kuch to karna hai, we have to do something. The show must go on, the sales must go on. So they came up with this virtual package, exhibition package, and thanks to them for this really out of the box thinking, and it was really good for us. This is why we participated. We
All right.
had we had to go on because for businesses to run, we have to sales. For industries to run, rotations cannot stop. So sales
Absolutely.
rotation has to happen.
Absolutely, you're right. People cannot stop marketing, and now if the physical avenues have gone completely off, we need to find other avenues, and virtual fairs is definitely one of those. So that's there. Great. Now that we also know that virtual exhibitions practically have come up in the past 2 to 3 months or 4 months, I would say it's not long before they have actually seen the light of the day. So, and I'm sure that the knowledge to virtual fairs has also been very less for the lot of people. So, what all did you do as a company to enhance the knowledge of the virtual fairs which you or this fair you participated? What all did you do to enhance the knowledge?
Uh, the first thing was that we were lucky to get a lot of good 6 week training from our organizers.
Mm-hmm.
Complete hand-holding, round-the-clock guidance with Zoom webinars, YouTube tutorial videos, PDF guidelines, round-the-clock technical help, and of course, experts from the field on design, social media, online marketing, giving us tips. And they were being called as panelists, and they give us a lot of inputs to how to enhance knowledge, like researching things by coaches like you, getting trained. Getting trained in how to do the things right. Of course, there are so many wrong ways to do things, and there are so many right ways to do.
Yes. All right, so I completely understand your point there, and it's good of the EPCH team to actually give so much of knowledge to all its exhibitors, which is I feel that this is a great gesture which they could have done, and this is amazing. Now that they have given you the knowledge, so this is great, and they have given a knowledge to a lot of you, and now tell me that how did you prepare based on that knowledge? What kind of preparations did you do to start with?
So, like you said, they gave us all these things, but with this newly acquired knowledge and training, so what we did, the first thing was to decide to act upon it. Because
Hmm.
normally people have a lot of, they have a lot of books on the shelf. That is doing a lot of shelf development, not self development. So we thought to do a lot of self development with this, not shelf development. So, of course, it was very interesting and intriguing. This idea was very new, and I have personally been passionate about technology and a fan of technology myself. I know Corona, COVID is not a positive time, but we had to make the most of this negative time. So with this new virtual showrooms and virtual exhibitions, so this reinstated my confidence in technology. So we were confident that we will implement all the knowledge properly, and it will work in our favor to showcase the possibilities. So what we did was, we decided to work on our social medias,
Hmm.
all profiles, Facebook, is all that, all, Insta, everything. Then we made a lot of PPTs presentation. We made brochures. We upgraded our websites. We made a lot of videos. We did professional photography. Then we did a 3D walkthrough and portal, as I have shown you that 3D technology that we have developed and we are using
Yes,
to
very
showcase.
innovative. Yes.
We worked on a lot of videos, all these things stuff, and then we made a series of short video clippings. Like we were like instead of when a customer comes to your showroom or exhibition, you do a physical walkthrough. So this
Yes.
was like a more like a virtual walkthrough. We were taking them theme by theme, collection by collection, because they couldn't come physically, so we had to give them a virtual walkthrough. So that was what we did.
All right. So amazing work. I see that you did a lot of preparation when it came to your virtual presence, and this is just amazing what I see. Now, now that you prepared for the exhibition, the EPCH team trained you. You're well prepared. Tell me, once you actually went into this particular exhibition, when you were behind the screen for those days of the exhibition, how was the experience? And tell me some of the pros of the exhibition virtual fair, and what are the cons? So tell me both pros and cons and your experience about participating in this exhibition as an exhibitor.
Sir, everything has pros and cons, like you said. But if I see the bigger picture, it was more pros. Mostly, it was a very positive
Hmm.
experience. There were some cons which I'll talk about. But the biggest pro right now is the data metrics and the analytics we got. As you know, we live in a digital world, so data is more important than money. In fact, data is money. Your
That's,
money in your bank is actually data.
yes.
So the data we got, so we could filter it carefully, see the patterns of people, how serious they are, and we can do background checks on them, and we can see kisko kaam karna hai, kisse nahi karna hai. We can do a lot of potential matchmaking.
Okay.
So things. So another pro, that was the huge cost saving. Of course, travel, this, that, movement of physical goods, these challenges were there. Of course, that we saved on. Then, of course, 24 hours of ease of access. We were 24 hours. We were online. So basically, we had made a system that we were advised by the EPCS team to make patterns. So we made shifts. Like we have made, like security shifts होती है ना, जैसे
Yes.
like a building is never out of security, so you have security shifts. So we made 6 to 8 hour shifts. So we made one guy would be online at this time, the other guy would be this time. So all 24 hours, because when India was hitting morning, that would be the afternoon in Hong Kong and Australia.
Yes.
and or no, Singapore, and then by the time we would hit a little afternoon, that would be the morning in Europe. Then we, by the time we hit a little late evening, that would be Americas, North and South America. So we were seeing the patterns. And the time of the day would bring those patterns of the customers from those nations. Of course, the countries would be reflecting about that. The of course another the pro is that no travel is needed. Of course, the
Mhm.
biggest con, I know that's the biggest challenge. The biggest con I felt was that the physical touch is missing because this is not physical. That Joe, that the old style is there. That personal feeling, that eye to eye contact. Like I'm talking to you right now because maybe I'm from a younger generation, that I feel that I can feel connected to you now. I'm doing a Zoom or a video call.
Yes.
But the older generation, the decision makers, they want to see the products physically, touch them, feel them, hold them, feel the weight,
Yes.
and talk to you with the eye syncing, because we have five senses. So the sense of touch, that sense of touch was not being the sense of touch is not able to get the satisfaction. Of course, you can have the sense of seeing and sense of listening and all these things and technology and all, but the sense of touch. Another con that was, I would say, is that, but that's not a very big con because you can filter it out, is that sometimes you don't know who is the genuine person, or you cannot, you cannot block anybody. Maybe they're coming to your booth, maybe they're not they could be your competitor, or they could be just some small fish just trying to copy. But the good point is, at least you get their data. Earlier, what would happen in an exhibition? A lot of people would come to your booth. They would not even give you. They would not even give you a business card. Like personally, in my experience in Germany, in Frankfurt, of course, Hong Kong, Delhi, wherever I've been exhibited, we've done 8 to 12 exhibitions annually. Sometimes when the exhibition was peak, 1 month in America, then Hong Kong, Philippines, everywhere we've done exhibitions. The biggest thing I would feel is that a lot of people would come, price please. And I would say, sir, may I get your business card? No, you will not get my business card until you give me the price. So I said, come on, let's talk about your business, because trade exhibitions is not about a retail price. I ask you a price, and sorry, you ask me a price, I give you a price, and then you walk away. It's not like, you're not testing my because in fact, Messe Frankfurt of the Germany, they even have it in their guidelines that we do not allow open pricing, because trade shows are meant to facilitate trade dialogue. So if you just say price, okay, bye. So at least those people would never give their cards. At least now they come, I automatically get their business card, their details. So if they're genuine, non-genuine, I can filter it out.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So that's what basically I will say that, of course, one more con, but that's part of the business, is that since we got a lot of visits, we got a lot of data.
Yeah.
We got an extreme amount of data, so we had to filter it out. But I will not call that necessarily a con.
I think that's a good thing. More the data is a good thing for that matter.
But at least, I mean, of course, you have to filter it out. Okay, these don't seem genuine, and of course, you call them, and with now modern technology and automation, and you can do bulk WhatsApp, emails, is all that.
Yes, that is true. That is true. So great. Now, now after this particular point, I would like to tell everybody that Paramount Home Collections actually won an award for being the best in this particular virtual fair, and you won an award. So tell me one thing, Mr. Shamsi, what do you think made you win this particular award in this particular fair?
Gagan, thank you very much for mentioning this. I did not know you were going to mention this, but thank you again for mentioning this. Frankly, I think we got lucky, but yeah, like I said, we got a lot of knowledge, and that the instructions we were given by our leaders, and we were good students, so we decided to act upon it and follow them. So instead of putting all those books on the shelves and having shelf development, we did self development. So that's the difference between an award winner or a non-award winner, a good student or a bad student, that everybody gets the same set of books and knowledge. Some people just act upon it. I think if I list them point-wise, designing of the virtual exhibition booth style, I think that was one thing that we played with a lot of designing, and we wanted some good elements and some good items and everything, because looks is a lot of things. Then of course we worked very hard on our content showcases at the exhibition. Then we worked very hard on the presentations, filtering out data and everything, making it attractive. Social media presence was a big thing. Social media presence and marketing. Like for example, EPCH also did this a lot, was that paid Instagram promotion, and talking about Twitter and Instagram, and retweeting by the embassies the the Philippines embassy, the Danish embassy, the consulates, everyone. And then of course we made a very good video library. We put company profile and product videos and everything. Then we made good. We put a lot of pictures, picture library, and then the 3D thing I talked about. We showcase our possibilities in short clips methods so that we get our message across quickly and efficiently. Because if it gets too long, it gets too boring, and people these days are very much less on patience. So we give examples of our 3D portals, and then the customer engagement and dealing process. We made some advanced templates like how to entertain somebody. What we anticipated some questions, first guest question, second question. So there was not a lot of wait time for them. So quick templates were ready. So they were able to this question would be this answer, this answer. So everybody was trained. So we did a little training of our team before the exhibition for like 2-3 days. That like if a customer comes, this will be the first question: hi, hello, welcome. All these things, and then how to answer. Basically, customer dealing process was very important. And like I said, one very good thing was that we had a 24-hour presence. Although the official time of the show was 11 a.m. to 11 p.m., but we made a 11 we made a 24-hour round the clock presence. And the visitors came from 108 countries, I think about 108 or 110 countries. And of course, according to their time zone, we have actually in our company the specific merchandisers who deal with the certain countries. So for example, in South America speaks a lot of Spanish. So there are some guys who have been taught a little bit of Spanish words like "cómo estás," good morning, hola, everything. All this, so little keywords. Just say somebody comes from Arab world, you say "Assalamu alaikum." Somebody comes from India, you say "Namaste." Little bit of small things, small pointers that make interesting for things for like people relatable. I know it's not a big thing, and of course there's a auto translate option also in this that you type in your language. But a little few words like somebody come from France, you say "Cómo estás?" Sorry, "Cómo se va?" From Spain, whatever. So all these little points, they get you a little bit of extra points.
Absolutely. No, I see that, and I have seen the kind of work which you have done. I've seen the videos which you have made, and the way you performed about it. I see there is no reason why you shouldn't have got this award. The kind of work which you have put in to make sure that this is such a successful exhibition for you, for that matter, and I can completely see that. So that is great. Now we are almost at the end of this particular interview. I would like to ask you that what advice would you give to exhibitors who are going to participate in the virtual shows? What is that you have to say to them?
Sir, I'm not a very big person or any big leader to give an advice, but since you're asking, I'll give you a few points. That what I did was that firstly, get your mission and vision straight in your minds. What are you trying to achieve? What Just get it clarified in your mind, and according to that, have your presentations made. What is the message you are trying to come across? Because do not bombard people with a lot of information. Of course, you should neither overload nor undersell yourself, because digital world, yes, everybody gets so much information and access to all so many websites in the world and everything. So remember to showcase in crisp small messages. And
Yes.
of course, it should be very professional and good presentations, and showcase everything that you want to communicate. And of course, first impression is last impression. We've always learned that. And of course, I would say to everybody, now this is my personal suggestion, because uh, everybody needs to quickly jump on this virtual bandwagon. I know this is not easy. Sometimes people think this is too complicated, but I'm telling you, this is the new normal. If you do not change yourself, you will be left behind. So you have to adapt to this new normal, and you have to adopt to the world of technology, and very fast, because you cannot simply afford to ignore it. If you are in these days today, if somebody says, I'll not use a smartphone, I'll not use email, I'll not use websites, so he'll be left behind, get behind in this technological world or anything. Like today, in fact, our Indian government, when they did this whole digital movement that we are doing, so we are bringing the entire country online. So if anybody wants to escape this digital movement, he'll have to either become a sadhu and go to some kind of mountain, and then he'll just have to sit there, because you cannot escape this. And waiting does not bring anything good in life. The best time to start anything is, as actually it was yesterday. But if it's not yesterday, at least you can do it now. So take good actions and take, to scale new peaks. And something I want to say in our own Desi Bhasha is that जो दिखता है वो बिकता है. This I learned from one of my mentors. जो दिखता है वो बिकता है. जो अच्छा दिखता है वो अच्छा बिकता है. जो ज्यादा अच्छा दिखता है वो और भी ज्यादा अच्छा बिकता है. So this is what a small advice I can give you. Rest, of course, adapt yourself, automate your processes, get good technology. Do not have to invest a lot of money, because a lot of people get very afraid. "Yaar, itna paisa lagega, I know there's so much investment." Honestly, there is not so much investment involved. Just pick and choose, and of course you can do step by step. People invest crores and crores in their factories and everything. So
Yes.
do a little bit of infrastructure investment in your technology also, which is going to pay off to your generations. That's what I can say.
Absolutely, absolutely. I completely understand your point, and I see that people, by the virtue of not traveling now, are also saving some money. And all what you are suggesting and what I am suggesting is that invest some part of the money in your digital upliftment, which is going to greatly, greatly benefit you. So,
I I would like to add one point here. When you said saving money due to travel, I will give you one positive experience about a customer. So one of our customers who's not very big, what they told us that we had a $50,000 annual budget for travel. Now we will not spend that money on travel, but we still have that budget. So we are going to do that for sourcing of more product. So
wow,
that way they will have more product to sell. Of course, they can now they can maybe negotiate a little bit better when they get a little bit more volumes.
yeah,
So of course, economies of scale. So they can negotiate better. They can do sourcing of more 50, instead of spending that $50,000 on travel. They will do that. They will do that investment in buying goods, and
yeah.
then they have more leverage and everything, and they'll have more turnover. So the more turnover and the more turnaround of business, they can generate more revenue, even if they have to sell at a lower margin, but they can sell more, and they can do more R&D in the product, and of course digital upliftment, as you said.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, thank you so much, Mr. Shamsi, for your time to be on to be with me today. It was an absolute pleasure. I really
Actually, pleasure is mine, sir. Pleasure is mine. Thank you for giving
absolutely,
me this time.
absolutely. And I really appreciate the amazing work you have put in to make this show such a successful event for you. And all I would say is that we need to learn from exhibitors like Paramount that obstacles can be overcome and you can still do good business even when the conditions are not right. Go grab this virtual bandwagon. I am sure this is going to help you. This is Gagan Kapoor from Go for Growth Consulting, and reach out to us in case you want to know more about how you can maximize your participation from exhibitions, physical or virtual. Bye bye, and see you next time. Thank you very much, Mr. Shamsi.
Thank you, sir.